Hello, it's me, mayohosko, and welcome back to another live stream. This is Graveyard Mayo number 5. And just do a quick little audio test. Graveyard Mayo number 5. And just do a quick little audio test. Graveyard Mayo. Okay, that's all good. So, what I want to get done today is I want to try and build some more of the Black Falcons minifigures that I got from my bricks and pieces order. And hello to Legend Lego 29. And we can't forget to say hello to StreamYard as well. And hello Kodiak Bricks, thank you for turning up. So I'm just gonna quickly put on the ticker tape. There we go. And I need to quickly find my tripod. And the reason why I am talking like I am on National Public Radio is because the local time is 1:32 a.m. and now it is just a little bit less than 3 hours until the NFL starts. And we have Clicking Cliff in the chat also. Thank you for turning up. And so now that I've got an audience, I guess while I'm setting some of this stuff up, I can talk about a couple things. The first is I want to apologize for the live stream I had scheduled for yesterday. I was going to go live at 10:40 a.m. in South Australia. Oh, and we have Jodie Smith briefly coming up in here. Sorry, Mayo, have to go to work. That's fine with me. I know that everyone has their own schedule. Work is work and fun is fun. Work comes before YouTube. So have a good day at the office, Jodie Smith, and I know that you'll be back to watch some other videos some other time. Yeah, so I was going to go live at 10:40 a.m. yesterday, but my dad was finished with his yard work earlier than what I anticipated. So instead of me going live, we went out to go get myself some clothes because some business attire clothes because I might be getting a job in his office sometime this summer, and so I'm trying to do all the preparation to be in to make myself look good if I end up getting hired. So that's very, very exciting news, and I'll have to see what the future entails about me. Obtaining or not obtaining that job. So I figured that today I'm gonna finish for this episode of Graveyard Mayo. I'm going to be building the rest of the Black Falcons minifigures that I didn't build in my previous live stream, where I did the unboxing of my bricks and pieces order. So I want to get as many of those minifigures built today or this morning, but I know that I'm not going to be able to make a lot of noise. So to get some of the pieces that I want to make some of my minifigures more complete, I'm going to have to build those minifigures another time. So I think what I'm going to do is first I will turn on the camera, and now I actually stop. Before I turn on the camera, I just need to change the camera from the front camera to the back camera. There we go. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to try and build some of these minifigures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get my tripod, and I'm quickly going to move my desk lamp over to the floor down here. So I'll have to move some extension cables. Well, I'll have to move some cables to get slightly better light. I don't want to turn on my bedroom light. I want to get it so that the light is slightly better. So I'm sorry if the audio isn't good right now. I'm away from the camera. There we go. That should be better light. Slightly better. And this tripod is a little bit flimsy, so I just need to get this straight enough. And my tripod wants to interfere with the buttons, which is not good. So now I just need to find the box that I use for the tripod to get the angle slightly better. And normally I just use a tissue box. And so I'll just get out some of the pieces. You can see all of the random pieces for these unassembled minifigures. Hear that nice rattling of the Lego pieces. And if you guys want to know exactly what parts I ordered from this bricks and pieces order, you can go back and look at my previous live stream where I showed off the invoice of everything I got in this package. So that's all of the pieces that I have not assembled yet. And there are some of the minifigs I already built in that previous live stream, so if you want to see all of that action, feel free to go and watch my previous live stream. I always like to encourage people to actually watch the videos to get the full context about what I'm doing in any given video. And I quickly just need to move something. I knocked something over the other day, and some of the contents spilled out. I'm just trying to get the right camera angle. So I apologise about the carpet moving, because when the carpet moves, that means unfortunately the camera moves also. Because I've got a soft, squishy carpet, it's not hard. And because it's so early in the morning, I'm not wearing my Tipper Truck Army t-shirt right now. So instead, I'm wearing a minifigure skull and crossbones instead. Let me just turn off the fan, because that might get picked up on the audio. I need to move some stuff. That's better. Don't forget to always stay hydrated. Now, let's build some of these minifigures, shall we? And I think I'm missing... Oh yeah, there was a minifigure that's behind me. So the different types of knights, or the different types of armymen that I want in my medieval army, is this knight right here that I want to use on all of my horses. There is a spearman, there was a crossbowman, and there was an archer. I prefer it to be like the spearmen are guarding all of the protected zones of the kingdom and the castle. The knights are the one who go out into the battle, and then the crossbowmen and the archers are obviously the aerial defense. So I want to put the crossbowmen on top of all of the watchtowers of the castle, and I want to have the archers on all of the walkways in between the towers on my castle. And if you guys don't know what my castle looks like, after this live stream you can go onto the mayohosko channel and you can look around some of my other videos that I've made. Be sure to leave a like and comment, and you can find some of those videos I've made about my Lego castle. I'd strongly suggest that you go to the Mayo, I think it's Mayo Lego Mocks playlist. I'm not sure about that. If anyone knows the exact name of that playlist, feel free to let me know in the comments. So these are the different types of armymen I want for my medieval army. The archers are the most difficult for me to build, because for me to get the archers to look right, they have to have this wide-brimmed helmet that's hard to come by in this metallic silver. And again, I apologize about the bad lighting. After we finish building these things, I will be just talking to you with the camera off. So I think what I'll do is I'll just put, first of all, attach the torsos with the legs, and we'll make a pile of camera over here. Sorry about that notification. and I've ordered enough pieces to make 30 of these things. And this doesn't belong here. This is a piece from one of my road base plates. And for those who know the situation going on the mayohosko channel right now, but the reason why I haven't invited any guests is because over the last week I've been trying to take a step back approach to the way I conduct myself in the community, because there was some drama that happened at the end of last weekend, and I wanted to lay low for a little while, so I haven't been inviting people to my live streams. And it was only, I believe, Friday night, and hello, Lego loser. It was only on Friday night when I finally had the courage to appear in someone's live stream again. I appeared in, or actually, it might have been Saturday night, when I appeared in Tasman Bricks' live stream. So, and I've actually made some changes in my descriptions. I'm still actively editing some of my descriptions so that there are links to the Adora Build channel and the Tasman Bricks channel in the description of every mayohosko video, because they are really cool people, and I know that they're very supportive of me, and so I always like to show my support back to them. So not only can you find members, not only can you find channel links to my Patreon supporters in the description, but you can also find links to my best friends in real life, in Captain Matt and Venomous Typin, and now in at least some of my descriptions you should be able to see links to Adora Build and Tasman Bricks. And after this live stream is over, I'm going to ask the Cajun Yeti to put me back into his group chat, because I feel comfortable enough associating with people. Again, I've laid low for a little while, and it's paid off because I've been able to clear my mind. I needed to take a step back and re-evaluate the situation. And it's done me good wonders for my mental health, because I am a mental health advocate. Mental health is health. So that's why I always want to show compassion for those who are going through their own mental health battles. And I appreciate everyone who's shown their support for me in my journey with my mental health battles over the past week, and everyone's helped me get into a better state of mind. So those who reached out to me privately on Instagram, I want to say thank you. I'm not going to give explicit details about what happened, because you kind of had to be there in the moment. But there was some drama that happened with the community live stream and things that I felt guilty about. So I thought that I needed to take a step back to let the drama pass away, and eventually the drama did get sorted out. We made the necessary solutions to stop the drama from escalating further, and I've worked things out with people privately. I'm not going to name names because that'd be a breach of privacy. So all I'll say now is that the drama has been fixed, and I'm ready to get on with my YouTube channel and move on from those from those bad memories that impacted me last week. Anyway, let's move on from that conversation. So I've already built 6 of these knights, and I knew that I needed to equip these knights with the long range sword, the heavy infantry style helmet with the blue feather plume, and the gunmetal grey pauldrons with the black falcon's shield. Hello, Triple D, honey. Yes, I'm glad that I was able to work out the drama with the affected parties also. And we got into a lot of philosophical conversations together, me and a couple people who I won't leak their names. And at the end of this experience, at the end of this journey, I think my relationship with some people has only gotten stronger because of this ordeal. Because I'm, unlike some people in the community, I'm actually willing to be the bigger man, and I'm willing to be diplomatic in a conversation. So I'm glad that I worked everything out. So I've got 6 of these knights, which means I think I need to buy another 4 more horses, so they might be a little bit expensive. So now, I think what I want to do is I want to build these spearmen next, because they're the simplest to build. Yes, Kodiak, it is always nice to smooth out any bad blood, and I definitely felt that I've mended some of the bridges that crumbled because I felt guilty about situations. So I'm definitely glad that I was able to work everything out and improve things for the better. So for some of these spearmen, I want to use more of these double-sided faces that have the more younger facial expressions, and don't have, and the ones that have the stubble and the sideburns rather than the grey bushy beards of some of these other heads. And I think that the way I like to see it in terms of the hierarchy of the skills necessary for being a part of the mayohosko medieval army is that those who are not as skilled with weaponry start out with the simpler weapons like the spearmen, and then you graduate to the crossbow, then you graduate to the archers, and then if you get really skilled and if you're really dedicated for your medieval army training, then you can eventually graduate all the way from one of these spearmen all the way up to a knight that will actually go out in the battlefield. And Clicking Clip says, "You helped me the other day on my live. You're a good dude." Yes, thank you for saying that. Because for those who don't know, I helped the Clicking Cliff on his test live stream. I helped him out with the basics of StreamYard, just like how I also helped out Will Harper with the basics of StreamYard, because both Clicking Cliff and Will Harper and various other people have all approached me about trying to get their StreamYard set up. And so I'm glad that I was able to help them, and I'm glad that they've been able to set up their own live streams using StreamYards because of my help. So if anyone in the community wants to do live streams, particularly with the StreamYard software, but they don't know how to use it exactly, I'm always willing to offer my help, because I know a thing or two about StreamYard that some people who have never used the platform or have only used the platform to be invited to other people's live streams don't know how to use it properly, but they want to do live streams, and I'm always willing to help those who I've associated with in the past, either via direct messages or the comments of videos or the comments of live streams. If I know you and you want me to give you a helping hand with the basics of StreamYard, feel free to ask, and I might be able to help even more people figure out StreamYard, because I know that I got a lot of help figuring out how to use StreamYard, and now I've done multiple live streams using StreamYard, so I'm thankful for the help that I got, and I like to repay the favour when I can in helping other people in return, because what goes around comes around, and it's a two-way street in this community. It's a two-way street. Actually, I think I'm gonna have two of these spearmen be grey in the face. Oh, come on. When these hands are all brand new, they're sometimes a little bit difficult to put in the accessories, I find. I think I should be able to make 8 of these spearmen. Let's make this one a left-handed spearman. I always like to have some left-handed people in my city or in my dioramas. There we go. And let's go for another grey face one. And we had a right-handed grey face spearman, so now let's go for a left-handed one. There we go. And oh, there's a little piece of hair sticking to me. Triple D Honey says lefties are in the right frame of mind. Haha. Nice pun, but crash. So how many spearmen do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we can make 9 of them. I thought I really had enough pieces to make 8 of these things. So let's have 3 of these being the grey-faced, 3 of them being the younger faced, with the tongue. Sorry about the bad focus. Yeah, you cannot see that. 3 of them with their tongue sticking out to the side, and another 3 with just the wide-eyed grin. Let's do that. There we go. That's 7 spearmen. Now let's go for the 8th. Let's do the tongue sticking out on the side. And by the way, I am using the black versions of these pointy conical hats with the big cover at the back. Let's make this a right-handed, and then let's make the last one a left-handed spearman. And unfortunately, I think we're losing some people because there are other live streams going on right now. Okay, that was the one with the tongue sticking out. So now let's make this one. Oh, some soccer matches are about to start. Looks like my beloved Manchester United and Chelsea are playing this morning. Let's make this left-handed. There we go. So now we have 1, 2. Oopsie, let's actually get this in camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bodies left. So all of them right now have decapitated heads. So let's make 2 crossbowmen. Let's make 2 of these crossbowmen. So we'll make one of them be right-handed and another one be left-handed. And I am using, I'm pretty sure this is the gun metal grey crossbow. So I need to find 10 more minifigure heads, and I know I have some spare minifigure heads lying around. So let me give this guy a crossbow. Come on, snap in there. There we go. And actually, I am going to... Actually, how many crossbows do I have left? I have 1, 2, 3 crossbows left, which means in totality in my army I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crossbowmen, and I thought I had some more pieces. Oh yeah, so 1, so take away 3 of these body and torsos for these body assemblies for the 3 remaining crossbowmen. So that means I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more archers I want to build. And I have 3 more of these left because actually, sorry about that, I think I just bumped the camera. Maybe I did a miscalculation. I've got 3 more of these conical helmets left. Oh no, sorry. These conical helmets are going to be for the crossbowmen, of course. And I have to put these body assemblies out of the way. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more of the shields left over, because I want to use these shields around my castle itself. So I'll put these shields off to the side. So I'll put them in the middle of the... Sorry about that. put them in the middle of the train tracks for now, because just to let me know that those are going to be for the castle. In fact, actually, I won't do that. I should have a small cup around here somewhere. Actually, let me... How can I do this? Nah. Because I'm done building those minifigures. All over here. So I've got exactly what I wanted to get done. Got those minifigures built. And let me quickly find, yes, this is what I do. I'll empty this out for now, because actually the pieces that I had in this cup are going to be sorted in somewhere else. Anyway, I think what I'll do for right now, sorry about the jerking camera, is I'll put these shields into this cup, and then I'll put this in the middle of the train track. And actually, sorry, get my tripod back again. Get it so that it's a little bit more straight. Get my army back, and I'll put one of the spearmen back on the plate. I think this is a white 2x12 plate, I want to say. Actually, just move this knight up a little bit more forward. There we go. So I'll put this knight over here, and then actually, let me adjust the camera again ever so slightly. I'll put, well, actually, a sneak preview for those who aren't members on my Patreon. I've set up a scene where some of these knights are guarding this piece of railway rolling stock. Let's get this tilted the right way. I think I'm only going to make this a 1 hour live stream. So, actually, so you can see the cup of the shield pieces I'm going to be sprinkling around the front of my castle. And I'm just going to lay all of these other minifigures flat that we've made. Laying out the spearmen. I'll group all of the right-handed spearmen together. And then we'll group all of the left-handed spearmen together. Actually, there's one more right-handed one. So let me move him down the line. So now I just kind of got these spearmen in a pose like they're sunbathing or something. Now let's move the camera down the line. And you can see that on this section of train track that leads to the harbour, you can see some sand. You can see some sand covering the tracks, or the sleepers. So let's group. Oh yeah. So so far we've got 2 right-handed crossbowmen, and we've got 1 left-handed crossbowman. So now let's put these body assemblies together next to each other. heading around the curve of the railway line, and actually I need to fix some of this stuff. Let's move it down the line. You can see some angles of my Lego city that you might not otherwise see in some of my videos. Actually, we are gonna fix this curved track to be more complete, or to be connected again, because sometimes when I open my bedroom door, it hits the train track and so it falls apart. And Kodiak Brick says I'm ambi, so I'm half right. But please elaborate further. I'd like to know what that means, Kodiak. Actually, what we'll do to make this more aesthetically pleasing is I'll move some of these minifigures to be aligned with the sleepers of the railway line to make them look more straight and uniform. That'd look better. That'd look more neat and tidy. Put this one over, and then we can get the fan effect. And for when these minifigures for now are going around the corner, I'll space them out by 1.5 sleepers, just to make it look more aesthetically pleasing. This display is only temporarily, but I think this is a fun scene. You could interpret all these Spearmen as like they're sunbathing or something. So above some of these, let's move the camera again. Let's move the camera there. I'll put the 3 crossbows next to the minifigures. I want them to be crossbowmen. And I'll put their black conical helmets above. So things are a little bit more sorted when I do another live stream some other time, where I try to find heads that I can use to finish these minifigures off. So now that's good. So now what we started off at the start of this live stream was just a pile of random pieces, or pieces that looked like they were random, from my bricks and pieces order. By the way, if you want to get a better idea about what bricks I ordered from Bricks and Pieces, feel free to go back and watch my previous live stream after this one ends. Oh, we have Bricksloth in the chat. Hello, Bricksloth. It's nice to have you around here. I'm glad that you were able to make your way over to the mayohosko channel, so thank you for coming along. And don't worry, I am still on the quest, or I'm still on my quest to watch every Bricksloth video ever, because there's only about 300. I know some people, or a lot of channels I'm subscribed to, have over 1,000 videos. So by comparison, and because I classify myself as a YouTube binge watcher, I can watch a lot of these smaller channels with less than 500 videos, especially if their average view, or especially if their average time is less than 10 minutes. I can knock out a 500 video channel in terms of watching everything very, very quickly. So what I'll actually do a quick plug. If you're not already subscribed to the Bricksloth channel, feel free to subscribe. Bricksloth has a really entertaining city, and with my city, Mayo City, I've actually followed the footsteps that Bricksloth has done with Sloth City, and I've tried to incorporate more storytelling elements in my city. because I'd say that Brixloth could be a master of storytelling, and with the city that Brixloth has done, and so I've actually taken a lot of inspiration from some of the stories in Sloth City, and I've tried to make some of my own storylines as well. And yeah, and Brixloth says, "Oh, thanks, dude. Well, it's no problem of me to say those kind words, because that's genuinely how I feel." And even though I have not made, or even though I've only watched probably less than 50 of Brixloth's videos, I'm definitely not done. It's just that when you're subscribed to over 50 different LEGO YouTubers, some of the videos are a little bit hard to keep track of, and that's why I've had to kind of refine the amount of videos I watch to be where I'm mainly focusing on watching people's cities. And some of my favourite LEGO YouTubers are those who focus on their LEGO cities. I try to focus my channel on cities, and Brixloth focuses their channel on LEGO cities. So that's why I always like to promote people that either do really entertaining live streams or have made a lot of city videos. I always like to, those are my favourite channels to promote. So I call it like I see it, and I know that I've had a lot of good conversations with Brixloth, so maybe one day I might be in a position where I'll add channel links like Sloths and maybe some other channels that mainly focus around cities as well. And we have Tuscan in the chat. Hello, Tuscan. It's great of you to come by. And Sloth says, "That's awesome, dude. I'm looking forward to hearing your stories." Yes. And I know that a lot of people are looking forward to hearing the stories in Mayo City, and I'm looking forward to hearing the stories of other people's LEGO cities as well. And people must know that whenever I give shout outs to people, or when I talk positively about someone's channel or someone's videos, that's because they've at least passed the test of me saying, you know what, this video is not worth watching. I'm not going to pursue watching the end of this video. When I give shout outs to people, or I tell people to subscribe to a certain channel, or I recommend that people check out a certain video of another YouTube channel that isn't me, that's because I've liked and I've commented on the video myself. And if I think something is worth watching, I know that other people will feel the same way. So I just spilt something over really quickly, so just give me a little bit of time to do some ASMR. Accidentally spilled over some of these 1x8 tiles, so sorry about that. So that's really all I wanted to get done this live stream. I've built some of these minifigures from a bunch of quote-unquote random pieces from a Bricks and Pieces order. I've assembled all the pieces that I could assemble today. And to finish off the mayohosko medieval army, I just need to find 10 more head pieces. And if I can, I want to find 7 more of these wide-brimmed helmets. And unfortunately, I think I only have enough, probably, to make 4 more of these archers. Given the pieces I've got right now, I know that I've got plenty of the classic brown bow and arrows, but I know that I definitely need to pick up a couple more of these wide-brimmed helmets on Bricklink. So whenever I place Bricklink orders next, I will be focusing on trying to get at least 4 more of these per my loose calculations so that I can have a complete army. Because for those who don't know, my first castle sets were actually some sets, like I think there was a Troll's Tower or something, or it was some kind of outpost from the Fantasy Castle era that I believe came out, the specific set came out in 2008. And I would absolutely love to have the sets like the Dwarves Mine Fortress. The Dwarves Mine, and also the King's Castle Siege from the Fantasy Castle era. But those are really, really expensive sets. And so instead, for those who don't know, for those who haven't seen my videos about my Lego castle, is back in the day I bought 2 copies of the 2013 King's Castle. I bought them because I knew after I had built the sets per the instructions that I was going to tear them down and make mocks about them. And at one point I did have a medieval diorama that covered the whole of this 6x4 foot table, but I eventually tore it down because I lost the motivation, and that's a long story that I won't explain right now. But I've always liked the Fantasy Castle era. I know a lot of people that from my generation really like that, and in some of those sets, some of the archers had the wide brimmed helmet. So, and I think that the wide brimmed helmet looks really good on the archers. Much how I think that the knights that would go out on the horseback look really good with these heavy infantry style helmets. So that's shaped my decisions about the way I have designed these minifigures. And Lego must know that this is a good helmet choice for knights that go out on horseback, because this is actually an official minifigure from either the Creator 3-in-1 castle that's still on the market, or the Blacksmith's Shop Lego ID set. Sorry, I keep on knocking these things over. So I better rest this down before I break anything else. So those are all the minifigures I've built. If you want to know what pieces I ordered from Bricks and Pieces, go back and watch the previous live stream where I showed off the invoice that I got within my Bricks and Pieces order. And in that live stream, I also ripped apart the packaging. So now I just need to get this camera out of the tripod, because I don't need the tripod right now, because we're going to end this live stream. Because I was actually able to get all of this done in a quicker time than what I thought I would. So sorry about the shaky cam. I'm going to need to lift this up. But I've got to be careful that my fat fingers don't accidentally end the live stream, because I'm not using the app, I'm using the browser. Sorry about this, very awkward. Okay, I should be able to slide this out now without a lot of friction. Nope. Can't get out. Sorry, I'm just gonna turn the camera off. Get out. What's going on here? Yeah, and Bullet Sloth says, I have bots wearing helmets like that, but blue. Lego Legend, or Legend Lego 29 says, I'm back. Bullet Sloth says, if you're ending, I'll say thanks for the shout out, and I'll see you later. And Tuscan says hello to Legend, and Triple D Honey says thank you for sharing with us, Mayo. Yes, absolutely, it's no problem, and it's not an inconvenience. And I'm glad that I'm in a position where I'm comfortable enough do to do these live streams, because I honestly hadn't planned on doing any live streams or being in the chat of anyone's live streams this weekend, or even being on the panel of people's live streams. But I felt better about the situation I talked about earlier with the drama I was having. I briefly talked about that, so if you didn't catch that, feel free to watch this live stream on the replay to get more information about what I was talking about. And I think I'm comfortable enough that I'm going to be active again in people's live streams, because the people that have reached out to me on Instagram have kind of have helped me to pluck up my own courage, and I feel better about the situation because I was able to resolve a lot of the difficulties I was having with certain personnel, but I've recovered from that. They've recovered from that, and we've mended a lot of the bad blood, and everything's good again. So I'm very, very happy about that. That's just a quick preview of some stuff that's going on in my city, and at Tuesday 8:30 a.m. for me, 5 p.m. on Monday for people on the east coast of North America, I will be uploading my city update for the month of November 2021. But those who are my Patreon supporters, I'll quickly give a shout out to them. Macro Bricks, the Cajun Yeti, and Venomous Typin, who are currently my Patreon supporters. They already have early access to that video. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. So, oh, well, yes, and Legend Lagos 29 says, pretty sweet city, Mayo. Well, thank you for saying that. So that's really all I had to say. I want to quickly thank people who have turned up to this live stream. Clicking Cliff, Triple D Honey, Kodiak Bricks. Can't see the comment right now, but we had Jody Smith earlier, Brick Sloth, Tuscan, Legend Lego 29, and yeah, so I'll end this live stream, and just before the live stream ends, feel free to quickly look at the scroll bar down below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next live stream, and I'll see you in the next video.